All right, let's do this last bit.
There is nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn.
Wait, does that mean I have to leave?
No. I need you to help me finish this report. You're the actuary.
It's true. I suppose we should get. I suppose we could go back to character. I am the
No,
actuary.
that's fine. But we do have to finish up our insurance report.
Oh, definitely, yes. Something this massive. Someone's making a lot of money, and
go.
oh,
Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
sorry, that little slow zoom out is a little funny to me.
There's actually like a clock ticking sound, so you have a chance to abort and go back on the ship.
Okay.
You know,
So
in case you haven't finished it yet.
Yeah. So you can't get to the lazarette from the ship?
No.
Interesting. Hmm.
All right, so we knuckled down and worked on it for about a week.
Yep.
Finally, we've managed to finish the insurance assessment.
Again.
Well, I just needed the right notes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the ship pay out about £20,000.
Respectable.
All cargo was lost, both for the company and the crown. Another £8,000 there. Captain Robert Witterell murdered 4 of his crewmates.
State forfeit. All right.
The first mate attempted mutiny. The second mate murdered 2 crewmates. Tried to steal cargo.
Each an offense worth 25 pounds.
Third mate did an exceptional job, so £90 will be awarded to his estate. John Davies murdered a crewmate. The bosun was killed in the line of duty.
So,
Bosun's mate murdered a crewmate. Surgeon abandoned the vessel, but, paid wages. Sure, why not?
still outstanding service.
Extraordinary valor. No estate for the carpenter's mate, so donated to the pension fund. So yeah, everyone's fate and the insurance payments that are owed to the estates of those who were killed on the ship 4 years ago. Now that we know their fates. Those who were guilty of crimes were fined.
Addendum. Seriously, it was a total quacking shit show.
Longley Topman, fate electrocuted, findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties. I would hope so. Working the rigging in a lightning storm.
Mm-hmm. You know, to be fair, he probably got off the easiest of those top men.
Yeah. Henry Brennan murdered a mutinying crewmate, then decided to go mutiny himself at the last second. Almost had it.
Yep.
Oh. So, In your assessment, insurance claim of £29,000 sound about right for all that?
I don't want to do this anymore.
Why?
I think it's time for me to go reset New Year's.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sign this and just get out.
I do hope we get to see what happened in the hole, though, in the last red.
I'm keeping the pocket watch. just hanging on to that.
I should hope so.
And we're gonna give the book, the magical book, back to the surgeon in Morocco.
Boom, boom, boom.
That was to the music, by the way.
I can imagine, but for me, without it, it's just like boom, boom.
1 year later.
1 year later.
Me in my study.
We took the lazarette out of the ship and had it shipped to you.
No, it's stranger than that.
Wouldn't be surprised. Can you drink your
It's
tea?
that killer fish again.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour? Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in now. Tea's in the
Oh,
kitchen.
no.
If you need more.
Sir, I know you're drunk out of your mind, but we have a guest. Mr. Kraken is here to see you. So that was the I don't know, housekeeper.
Man.
No, like we have a housekeeper, and
Oh yeah.
they answered the door, and then they brought up the package to us in our study.
Oh boy.
All right. Unwrapping sounds, and then... Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Ms. Jane Bird.
Good lord. He succumbed to his illness. Lead poisoning.
The good old book. It's been a year. Let's just skim through it.
Oh no.
And the last bit of the wheel is no longer right out. So, about this means to complete it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the shell, isn't it?
No.
Oh, Lord. That's a human hand.
Wrong.
That's a mermaid hand.
Wrong.
To that door. Gone.
I don't want to know what hand that...
We need to go. Right. What are you up to? Nothing.
Just a femur. Just a single femur in there.
The surgeon's pet monkey.
Oh my god. It is a cursed monkey paw.
In fact, I think actually the implication here is that the stopwatch was Henry Evans, and that he deliberately killed the monkey so that he could eventually
let you know what happened down here.
So that him or someone else could learn what happened here.
Good God.
A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. He was killed so that someone could do exactly this, go back to the past and see what happened.
Goodness.
And of course, it's time for chaining.
Oh boy.
The last chain of the game.
This person, I think that's the
Leave it. Help me lift it.
Swedish guy.
Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
Goodness.
Oh. Okay. I get it now.
Care to share with the class?
Okay. So they give that mermaid the last shell and toss it overboard in exchange for presumably stopping the Kraken attack and seeing the Obra Dinn home. The light that is glimmering off the deck of the ship in real time. That's
Is the one mermaid.
Is the one mermaid watching who has seen the ship home somehow. The empty, lonely ship full of corpses.
Well, it did get back somehow, so.
Yep.
I didn't know mermaids were licensed captains. Spiked.
Yep.
Now there's one last corpse.
Yep. But we're not looking at that just yet.
Oh. So that can...
So, yeah. Captain was in the lazarette, torturing and interrogating the captured mermaids or whatever to realizing that they were the reason they were being beset upon by the
Soldiers of the Sea and then
soldiers in the sea and the Kraken, yeah. He was like, call it off or I'm gonna kill you. And then finally the third mate was like, all right, take the shell and go. We're done. Just a couple more of these.
Oof.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
These descriptions. And only holy creatures' defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet.
Damn.
So why did they take the mermaids in the first place? Because they were, I guess, stunned or killed by the artifact out at sea, and then
They're
the
strange
last
and valuable.
survivor, the last survivor who was shot on sight, lashed the boats together and brought them back to the ship. At which point they were lifted into the ship.
Killed some more people.
Killed some more people with her tail. Then they were locked into the lazarette. Yeah.
I mean, I think they took them because they're mermaids. Like that's strange and valuable, and it's
Yeah, that's probably just honestly the answer there. Hubris, basically, that's the answer.
yeah. We already went through the worst of it.
All right, and you've waited so patiently. The final corpse.
The final corpse. It is the Honorable East India Company. Was none of those things.
What's this? Quicksilver. Herregud.
Yeah, Quicksilver is Mercury.
So why did you touch the Quicksilver, you idiot?
So they're going with the mystical Quicksilver route.
Yeah, that's kind of where they seem to be going there.
For the Chinese. That's an old one. The first Chinese emperor thought he could become Quicksilver.
Who is this? How did they die? Well, I'm glad you asked. As soon as I answer that question, that's it. Pretty much game's over.
All right.
So let's just take a quick skim at all the last 4.5 hours. My goodness.
All 134 pages of
And in the end, it still came down to a lot of guesswork.
Yeah, but I would say we guessed maybe a quarter.
Yeah, less than I was expecting. I actually deduced a lot more this time around, legitimately.
Yeah. Yeah, so many dead people.
Wow.
Good night.
Wow, all right. So I guess this was happening kind of like either before or during the events of the Doom?
I think it was happening like, yeah, it must have been happening. My bet is that the captain went down and started doing this right as his wife died.
Hmm.
Or right
Oh,
after his wife.
right, yeah. Because his wife was one of the passengers, and his wife's brother was the first mate.
Yep. I imagine as soon as that happened, he went down.
Like, I knew that in theory, but that never actually sunk in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would explain it immediately. Like, the Kraken drops a heavy rigging on his wife's neck, snapping it instantly. And he's like, well, I'm done with that.
I am no longer playing games. I have finally realized that we are dealing with the supernatural. Go face the supernatural as head fucking on as I can.
Wow. And that was our return to the Obra Dinn.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's true. The wife asked for him, and second mate says he's already below deck at the point. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, yeah, during the attack, his wife dies up on the deck while he's doing this. Oh boy.
Of course, there's a lot of below deck.
That's true. Oh,
All right.
that was a fascinating and supernatural experience. Time to just put it on the old bookshelf and
Call it a day.
call it a day. And that's Return of the Obra Dinn.
Woo. I bet that book beside it is even more. That's why it's going on that shelf. This is the work I did that I really wish. Shelf. Okay, Lucas Pope, I gotta ask, if this was for your dad, what's up with your dad, buddy?
He's really into nautical fiction,
Oh.
I would assume.
I hope it's that and not really
Just really dark and
just real all about watching 60 people kick the bucket.
ooh. Really excellent voice cast and audio design.
Yeah. Townsend, Jesus. Maybe his dad is an insurance inspector.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little mundane. Clearly not as exciting as that one mystery in Egypt with the mummy. The second book is about how 60 people came back from the dead.
Nice.
CSI, but in reverse, and there's a necromancer running around.
That's amazing.
Well, it's 56. There were 4 survivors.
It's 57 as Flame points out.
Oh yeah,
One of them
Henry
still died by the end.
Henry Evans. Yeah. Yeah, this is what a lovely game. What a lovely game.
actually,
Oh yeah, there was the stowaway.
Yep.
And all the beasts and monsters.
Yeah, clearly the stowaway picked the wrong bloody ship to hide on.
Wow.
Oh, so they pulled it from voices.com. Interesting. Makes sense to me. Monkey by Chris Mullins. No, thank you, Lucas Pope, for making this. I think actually that other book was the novelization of Papers, Please. Oh.
All right. Well,
4
hours,
8 minutes.
Yeah, that's 6 hours off the last time.
Definitely.
Next time, speed run.
Oh goodness. Well, I think one thing to consider is that next time I'll be the one giving the mystery.
Oh yeah. So, by way of casual announcement, Dinn's going to be running a 5th edition campaign for us that I'll probably be recording for a Spud Ventures podcast, which is the sequel to the Spud Shots.
Yes. Specifically, I'll be running a variant. Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Cutting out a little bit intermittently, but
yeah. Sorry, I think I actually spiked a little bit. I think I peaked.
I think whenever you get really loud, it kind of cuts out a bit.
I think so. I believe I do have it set to sort of do something like that. But yes, yeah. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm very excited about it. It's a 23-floor mega dungeon, and we're adding a twist.
Very interesting twist.
I hope so. I hope it turns
out well. That's enough plugging for now.
Yes. Thank you for letting me join in on this, Spud. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. I wanted to. When I first got this, I really wanted to enjoy it for myself, especially because I was sick at the time, and I just wanted to really just kind of soak it in and really activate my own brain.
Understandable.
But I'm really glad I was also able to stream it and have a really kind of relatively honest effort about it.
Yeah.
And also bring you along because of the great pun there.
Yeah. I was very happy about that.
Where will we be uploading podcasts, YouTube and Libsyn are where I upload that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'll probably make sure Spud Ventures gets a iTunes export as well.
That said, this one we can do a visual too, so
that too. Yeah, we'll also be streaming that to Twitch as well.
Yeah, because I'm going to be running it on Fantasy Ground.
And I'll be recording my end of it.
Yeah. I could record my end, but I get the feeling that might spoil things.
Yeah, probably best to have it from the player's perspective than the DM's perspective there.
Probably. All right. So I guess that's it. It's 11 o'clock here, and I do have work tomorrow. So
yep, it's 9 here. So, yeah. So
this has been a blast. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you as well. Thanks to everyone who's watching. This has been Return of the Obra Dinn.
Have a good night, y'all.